Hello everyone. Welcome to my welcome to my show. It's called Bay Area Fan Takes Callers. I'm gonna be taking some callers from the fans, sharing their stuff about everything Bay Area sports. So if you'd like to jump in, I'm gonna put the link in the comment section below. If you want to join the stream, just click on the link and join the stream. I'm looking forward I'm looking forward this to be a killer show and having many different guests on my stream. So if you want to join my show, just click on the link. Just click on the link in the comment section. I'm looking forward to having many guests on my show. Hey Ryan, where are you? Hey Crypto Ryan,
What up, man?
how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Getting settled in here at my sister's house.
Oh,
I don't think I could be on for long. I don't have
oh,
that much battery, but thought I'd
oh,
start things off to get somebody else in here.
yeah.
Have you dropped a
Um,
link in the Discord?
I put it on StreamYard.
No, but have you dropped a link to your StreamYard in
I've been,
the Discord?
I didn't.
Oh, you should do that. You might get some more people to pop on and
Okay, I'll do that.
yeah.
Okay.
Hello? Yo, yo, yo. Anybody hear me?
Um, email, send them the link in the Discord.
Yeah, put it in the general.
Like because Barrier Baller 18 was gonna join, but then I made it 9:15 because I was gonna get ready for the stream.
Oh, so now he's not going to join?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why
Okay.
he's not.
Where's the
But like
mean? Why isn't a mean calling in?
he's not here. He's not calling in.
Oh, okay. So, I swear I said everything I could think of last night.
Yeah.
Um, so what do you think we should do going forward?
I think we should keep Trey Lance going forward.
Yeah? How many plays do you think he should play next week?
I don't know, like 20.
I think they should
How
give him the same amount as they did that 30
30,
plays.
30.
Yep. Yeah.
I put the link in Discord. Hey Josh. why don't you hop onto the stream? I mean, me and Ryan are here. I mean, we would like to have more people on here. I mean, as many people as we can get on the stream makes it way more fun. I mean, who- I mean, we could get like three or four. If we could get three or four more people on the stream, then we could probably have a roundtable.
So
Cause
Rob wants to see Sudfield over Rosen in the second half. I'm guessing the next game.
um, what are
I
your
would like
thoughts?
to.
What are
I'd
your
like to.
thoughts about? What are
Oh,
your
go ahead.
thoughts about that? What are your thoughts of seeing Sudfield over Rhodes in the second half in next in the game on August 22nd against LA?
It's going to be hard because I think Jimmy's going to play more, and so Trey's time will cut more into the third quarter, and so it'll be hard to split them up. But yes, I would like to see Sudfield this time over Rosen, even though I'd like them both to get some time.
So some tips in next the game that's happening a week somewhat a week from now. What are some tips that you would say that if the Niners want to win the game, what are some tips you would give the Niners to give them a slight advantage over the other over the opponent they're playing? What are some tips you would give them that would give the Niners somewhat of an advantage so they would end up winning the game
If
over the
if
Chargers?
if Kyle called plays like he called for Rosen, like he did, but he called him for Lance, that
And
would
I
pretty
mean,
much well do it.
some tips that you. I mean, so now, let me put Rob Schmidt's comment. Rob Schmidt is saying, he. Do you agree that they should play the starting O line longer? That's Rob Schmidt's comment. Do you have anything to say about Rob Schmidt saying that he prefers that you should play the starting O line longer? Do you
Yeah,
agree
but
with that?
with some caveats. They obviously didn't want Trent Williams playing, and they didn't want Alex Mack playing
So you're
this
saying they
last
don't.
game. So maybe play them for the first quarter, and then sit them out, but leave the other first stringers in and rotate in some of your backup offensive linemen in those positions.
So we have another comment from Rob Schmidt. So Rob Schmidt is saying, don't restrict Lentz to the pocket.
Yes, that is true. Or at least move the launching point, like Grant said. I
So
thought
when
that was a really good point he made.
Rob Schmidt says don't restrict Lentz to the pocket, what is he actually meaning by that?
Calling bootlegs, having him roll out to one side. Um, he might have got an order to stay in the pocket because it seemed like the first two series he rolled out in both those plays, like where he threw it to Ayuk and then threw it to Sudfeld. Uh,
So when
not,
somebody means
not Sudfeld, but uh, what's the other name? The guy who plays special teams with the Sherfield, right?
yeah,
Yes. So in both those plays, he rolled out, and it seemed like he never did that again after that point. And
um
yeah, go ahead.
in the LA Chargers and Niners game, are you looking? Are you? It would be really great for Trey Lance to do that touchdown. In the opening drive, he scored that 80-yard touchdown to Sherfield. Are you looking? Are you really? Do you want? I really want him to do that again in the next game,
I
where in the
think
opening drive he scored a touchdown. Like
it wasn't the opening drive. It was his
no,
second series.
no, but what my question was that do you want Lance to do that again? Because that was pretty impressive. Do you think Lance will repeat that in the next game or not? You don't think he will repeat that
I want
where
Lance to do it, but
again?
yes, but I don't want him to
Yeah.
think that's what he's in there to do all the time because if he's throwing three long bongs just to get a touchdown every series or every set of downs, then it's going to keep the defense on the field a lot. And he needs to sometimes learn how to check down just to keep more time off the clock. You know what I mean?
Do you,
Keep the defense on the side getting a breather.
do you think that Lance would learn from Jimmy Garoppolo?
Uh,
Because everybody always says like the person who's been playing football the longest, they learn more. They learn from them how they play. So they can learn. They can get some experience from the players who've been playing for a while, and then try and see how they play, and then maybe Lance can get some tips from Garoppolo. Because Garoppolo
which
has been playing more years than Lance has, right? Lance is just a rookie. He just getting his first start playing, in a Niner uniform. It's his first start, doing it. So he doesn't have much experience. He might make mistakes. He's a 21-year-old rookie, which
so
it's hard for a rookie to do really well. And then
I
you should. I
I
mean, do you
think
agree?
I
Do
think
you agree?
sitting behind a quarterback is good for when you're a pocket passer, especially with a quarterback that knows the system and they can teach you all the nuances of how the system runs. But when it comes down to it, why is there quarterback coaches in the NFL if all you need is a veteran quarterback to teach your young
Yeah,
quarterback?
because Jimmy Garoppolo has been playing for he's a quarterback who has been playing a while now, and it's really and somebody who needs to learn from a quarterback who's been playing in the years for a while, because that's how Lance is gonna get better. Lance is
Yep.
not gonna get better if he doesn't learn from somebody who's been playing the game longer than he has,
Plus,
right? Is that
Tom
true?
Br- Tom
I mean,
Brady, Tom Brady was in front of him for a while too, so he might have some hand-me-down advice from Tom Brady, and that might be crucial. But Tom
um,
Brady is not the same type of quarterback that Lance is.
um, Varuna, do you have anything else to add to this discussion?
I just joined. I just saw that you are doing a calling thing, so just joined in. Do not have a clear idea what's the topic right now.
Ryan, so can you just tell Varuna what we were talking about? So we were
He
talking
wants to
about
know. He wants to know if
we should
um,
restrict land to the pocket. If we should, Robson is saying don't restrict land to the pocket. Varuna, what do you say? What do you think about that?
We
That's his
shouldn't.
comment.
Definitely, we
Robson,
shouldn't restrict Lance to the pocket. I totally agree with that. Only thing is, during this preseason games, Kyle Shanahan should be really aware of what he is doing, because yesterday Lance was keep getting hit after hit. That is not needed, because for some reason I believe Kyle Shanahan is refusing to accept the fact that Trey Lance is the most valued asset this team has right now. It's not George Kittle, it's not Fred Warner, it's Trey Lance. He is rocky, but he's worth 3 first round picks and all, so he is the future.
so the thing I'm trying to say about Lance is that he's a rookie, and he's really young. He's only 21 years of age. I mean, he's gonna he's gonna make some mistakes. I mean, like, it's like he's a rookie, so like, I mean, I don't know if he's gonna be successful, because a rookie is like somebody who is new and they're just getting new adjust like to the game. They're getting accustomed to the game, so it's not going to be easy because a rookie is not. I mean, that's why everybody was that's why everybody was hesitant of starting Lance, and then they were saying start Garoppolo because he has more experience. You know,
Okay, here's my counter argument to that. Lamar Jackson, he was 21 years and 3 months when he started. Everyone
yeah,
has to start somewhere. It doesn't matter. Some people, the reason is Trey Lance, he was, I mean, he went to college at a very young age, so he is coming out to the big league, everything. So at the same time, we need to realize, okay, let's say Lance is not ready and everything. But given the situation that at least 49ers have a very good team with the starters on paper, are you willing to take the risk of having another game like 2020, the first game versus Arizona Cardinals? That's Jimmy Garoppolo for you. The more he plays, the teams are going to, what you call, get him more, because they know his limitations. He's not going to throw these deep balls, throw outside the numbers. He's not going to scramble out of the pocket. He doesn't do anything. So he has 2 good years. Do not expect him to simulate the same thing over and over again, year in, year out. I really would wish if there is a parallel universe or something to let Jimmy Garoppolo play 17 games. 17 games, not just this year, maybe another 4 seasons, just to show people how bad he is going to be. Not because I'm hate Jimmy Garoppolo, but if you want to win a Super Bowl, if you want to win championships, you need to have a top 10 quarterback, top 5 quarterback. In last 55 Super Bowls, 80% of the times, the winning quarterback has been a Hall of Fame caliber quarterbacks. Even in last 10 years, only Nick Foles and Joe Flacco won the Super Bowl, who are average quarterbacks. Every other time, all other quarterbacks are Hall of Fame level quarterbacks. That's what I'm saying. If that's the excuse that Jimmy Garoppolo has the what do you call experience and Trey Lance not, then get Trey Lance, develop him to get there. That's all. Because somewhere down the line you need to start, then only you will succeed. So that's why I do not agree with that. We have to keep up with Jimmy. Okay, we'll keep going with Jimmy, but at the end of the day, be prepared to accept the result as well. If you are going to roll out with Jimmy, don't even bring Trey Lance for special packages. Let Jimmy finish the game. Okay, he's the smarter guy, he's the experienced guy. Okay, let him show whether he can take us to another Super Bowl. I mean, I'm kind of tired hearing the same argument over and over again.
Yeah, especially with nothing
So-
really to back it up other
so,
than he
uh,
went before. You know what I mean?
so,
That's the
um,
only
So let's
thing I can say.
so let's look at the 2021 schedule and see what it's going to look like. So the first game in the 2021 schedule, the 49ers are coming into Ford Field playing on the Detroit Lions. Do you guys think it's going to be a win or a loss? We're doing our 2021 season predictions for the upcoming next season. So game 1 they're playing the Detroit Lions. Do you think it's going to be a win or a loss on the board? And what do you think the score is going to look like for the first game of the 2021 schedule, where they're going to be going in a Ford Field taking on Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions?
It's Jared Goff.
So
Jared Goff as a quarterback.
so how do you think coming into Ford Field playing on the Lions, well, do you think it's going to be a W or an L on the board, and what do you think the score is going to look like?
Well, if Jimmy is starting, I think it could go either way because 2 out of his last 3 starts have been a loss first game of the season. I have a feeling.
That's my worry too. If Jimmy
Yeah.
starts, we can maybe have the same game as versus Cardinals last year.
But I have a feeling that when push comes to shove on that game, if it's getting down and they're close or behind, I have a feeling Jimmy will find a way to light a fire underneath his butt. Because if he loses that week 1 game, that's 1 strike. You got 2 more. You know what I mean? Until you're out. So I think he might limp through it if it's close or we're behind in the 3rd.
So do you I mean how and the second thing is that what's your score? Like if you predicted the score for that game, what would your prediction be?
17-20. I don't know who wins.
I mean, I have this. I was going to say it would be like 2024. Again, I don't know who wins if Jimmy starts. Yes. It would be a low scoring, and probably whoever wins just within a distance of a field goal. Oh, field goal, maybe touchdown.
So so you don't know if it's going to be a high scoring game. Um,
I
I
really
mean,
don't think so
no, what
because
Jared Goff is playing.
Yeah, but they don't have any wide
Mm.
receivers, and they
yes,
don't. They've all they've got is an offensive line, and I don't even know if they've got a halfway talented running back. So I don't see the Detroit Lions putting up much points without Jimmy throwing an interception close to, in our with our back to the wall. You mean where they don't have to go all the way down the field and they can get maybe an easy 7 or 3. But I think it'll take them a minute to score.
So the second game that I will be talking about is the San Francisco 49ers will be taking on the Philadelphia Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Um, how and for that game, uh, we're breaking it down. Is it going to be a win or a loss? And what do you think the score is going to look like
So
for?
Philadelphia has a pretty good defensive line, and they've added to it. They've kind of shored up their secondary a little bit. It's not anything to brag about, but it's better than it was last year. And we had problems with them being in our backfield last year. And it's not like we have shored up our offensive line to where we're, invincible from having people run around in our backfield. So this could definitely be a loss if Jimmy's there, because he's not very mobile unless Kyle's just going to run the ball the whole time, and Jimmy's going to be doing his 1 yard dunks. You know what I mean?
And
And I don't have a score for it.
And the third game is the Green Bay Packers will be taking on the 49ers.
Hold on,
And they're
hold on. Ask Waruna his
Runa, what are
take on the
your
game.
yes, I
what are,
have the same feeling.
what are your
Because
take on the
Jalen, I think he's playing good. I saw even in the preseason games he was doing good, but our defense should again we would either start 2-0, or there is a possibility we even got. We even start with 0-2, as Rob says our running game might bail us out if Jimmy plays. But again, I would be really suspicious because even last year we lost the game. Nick Mullens was playing, so last year we lost the game even at home. So yeah, it can go both ways. We have all the possible results start
uh,
in 2 weeks.
so Rob Schmidt is saying he has a comment. So he's saying I think the Niners run game will be enough to win it for us. The Lions had an awful defense as of late. What do you say about Rob Schmidt's comment? He's saying the Lions did not have a really good. Their defense is awful, and they're probably gonna lose that game because they don't have a really good defense. Their defense is underrated. I mean, uh, Ryan, what are your thoughts of Rob Schmidt's comment?
That would be great, but Jimmy G can be very underrated at times, and when he's the one operating your offense, you might have less production. You can only run the ball essentially so many times before they know exactly what they're doing and they bring in an extra lineman to
So
combat it, you know.
so the third game I would like to talk to you guys about is the 49ers are going to be taking on the Green Bay Packers in their home opener at Levi's. Um, what do you think? Do you think that's going to be a win or a loss? And what do you guys think the score is going to look like for that game?
I think it depends on if we get to Rodgers early and hit him. Because once he gets hit a couple times, he kind of like checks out, and he just doesn't want to get hit again. So unless we impose our dominance on him in the early, he can run up the score on us while, Jimmy might not be able to. Jimmy's only been able to ball out one game. That was against the Saints. So I don't expect him anytime soon to just be able to ball out like he did during the Saints game.
So Varuna, what are your comments about that home opener game against Green Bay?
Um, I think we could make a. I mean, yes, with a defense, we can make a real difference. But the thing is, are we going to have our starting corners still early? But if we can have them, yes, then we can shut down Rogers with our defensive line, given that they stay healthy. I'm not sure whether Nick Bosa and D Ford will come, but Nick Bosa is coming, not sure. But Rogers can work with anyone. If they can just get a separation, he can work with anyone. So it will basically depend on how much we are going to put him under pressure.
So the
Otherwise,
next
it's high scoring game that they will run away with.
Rodgers can carry a team if he needs to. That's the one thing
Yes.
that scares me.
I think I was thinking about that thing because that's the argument you should think about when talking about Jimmy versus other players, because these players like Wilson, Rogers, they don't need a full loaded team around them. You would even give a college team around them, they would at least win you 6-7 games in a season. So that's how quarterback elevates your team versus team elevates the quarterback. Go ahead, Shad. Hello, Ryan. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Shardell. Or Maruna. Sorry. Oh, Shardell's muted. Let's
Yes.
see, is there a comment in here?
So
What's up,
so the next game is on Sunday, October 3rd. The Seattle Seahawks are gonna be coming into Levi's Stadium to play the San Francisco 49ers. Do you guys think that's gonna be a win or a loss? And what's the score prediction gonna be?
Who was it again? Sorry.
It's Sunday,
Oh.
October 3rd, and the Seahawks are gonna come into Levi's Stadium for a game at 1:05 p.m. Do you think that's gonna be a win or loss? And what do you guys think the score is gonna look like?
The score, it's probably going to be one of them back and forth, make you want to cry, make you want to laugh games. I call them the PS I love you games, because one minute you're laughing, you're all excited, you're having a great time. The next minute you're crying. You know what I mean? It just reminds me of the emotional roller coaster I went when I watched that movie. So I don't know. It's a coin toss. It's a coin toss.
So
But one thing is that you need a quarterback for that game who can push the ball down the field. Because last year, if you remember, Jimmy was benched, then Nick Mullens came up and it was still garbage time, but he scored probably 3 or 4 touchdowns. I can't remember. So we were at the time, I think, even within a distance, if something or two went our way, but still that's where a game you need a quarterback who can push down the ball, because we have to pay DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, so they are going to tear you up anyway. So you need to have your weapons to, reply to that, because it should be like punch to punch. Otherwise, we can't just defend Russell Wilson with Metcalf and Tyler Lockett and expecting to win our running backs to carry the game for us.
So now I think I got something else to add about the Green Bay game and this one. If Jimmy can't get to the offense going in a reasonable amount of time, and the score starts getting run up on us, there might be a chance that Trey comes in to put the game away. Especially if we've won the first 2 games, Kyle might want to keep that winning streak alive, and he might just say, hey, Jimmy's got to sit on the bench for this one, and let's let the young buck throw a 80-yard touchdown pass. You know what I mean? So he might see more time, depending on what Jimmy's doing at this point in time.
So the next game we're going to be talking about in the 2021 schedule, the Indianapolis Colts are coming into Levi's Stadium to play the 49ers. The game is scheduled to take place at 5:20 p.m. Do you guys think that is a win or a loss? And what do you guys think the score is gonna look like?
If Trey Lance isn't playing, I think this is a loss because the defensive line for the Colts is pretty dang good. And I don't think our offensive line will be able to hold up against that pass rush. So Jimmy's got to be Johnny on the spot, dumping it down and getting it to the right receiver immediately, or the whole thing's going to collapse.
True. I have nothing to add to that.
I think our defense might be good enough to keep the game close, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, probably Carson Wentz will not come back at that time. So
And if Jimmy does a lot of 3 and outs, our defense will be on the field a very long time. And no matter how good they are, when they're gassed and they're tired, they won't be able to play up to their potential.
Yes, that's true.
So the next game we're talking about in this is a schedule on Sunday, November 7th. The Arizona Cardinals are coming into Levi's Stadium to play the 49ers. The game is scheduled to take place at 1:25 p.m. Do you guys think that's going to be a win or a loss, and what's the score going to look like?
I don't know if I can give a score on this one. I don't know if Trey's playing or Jimmy's playing. So, but I think we win this one.
Bruna, what
Yes.
are your thoughts?
Yeah. Cardinals, we can win that one, provided that we don't let Kyler Murray to run around, because we have to get this pass rush right for that game, because we can't let him get any first downs or touchdowns. We have to make sure he'll basically play quarterback in the pocket, not scrambling out. But we should be able to win that.
And the next game on the schedule is on Monday, November 15th. The Rams are playing the 49ers at Levi's. It's slated for a 5:15 start. Do you think that's going to be a win or a loss, or and what's the score going to look like? Because I'm hoping Matthew Stafford is going to be playing in that game.
I think it's a win for us, but I think it'll be close and it'll come down to the last drive.
Werner, what are your thoughts
Yeah.
about the Rams game?
Yeah, actually, in the division this time, Rams feels like the most difficult opposition to me. I mean, yes, I understand that Kyle Shanahan, for some weird reason, he basically has overpowered Sean McVay during last 2 years. We are 4-0 against them still, because last year, if you remember the game, Jared Goff, he was just checking down. He couldn't get any plays going. He was sacked. I think he even fumbled one ball, etc. So, but if Matthew Stafford plays, I'm not really sold on Matthew Stafford, but he's more than capable. Getting their offense going and scoring. I think they are going to miss their running back. I can't remember what his name.
Cam Akers.
Yes, he's injured, right?
Yes, he's out for
Yeah.
this whole season.
So, but I have a feeling that this might be the year they are going to change the fortunes. And we might lose this game. I'm not sure. It's going to be a very interesting and tough game.
Let's see. Who's the next game?
So I think when we really talk about the games, it seems like really
Everything's just up in the air because you don't know who's starting.
Yes, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Now secondary really scares me off.
And who knows how long they'll put Trey in some of these games. He might
Yes.
not even want to play Trey in games where it's getting close to the end and somebody has to win it, because he probably doesn't want Trey to win it over Jimmy, because that would really drop his
So the
his
next
trade
game
value
is
down.
so the away game on October 10th, the 49ers are playing the Cardinals at State Farm Stadium. Game is slated for 1:25 p.m. start. What do you guys think about that? You guys, that's going to be a win or a loss? And what do you guys think the score is going to be?
I think we missed the one game. 49ers was Bears, week 6. We did not talk about that, right?
No,
Yeah.
we didn't talk about the Bears.
I mean, I would really interested to see Lance versus Fields. How that is. I mean, that
And
would be a fun
and the
game to
next
watch.
and the next game is on Sunday, October 31st, Halloween night. The 49ers are going to go play the Bears at Soldier Field. The game is slated for a 12 o'clock p.m. start. You think it's going to be a win or a loss? And what you guys think the score is going to be?
I think this is going to be a win. I
Yes.
think the Bears aren't as
And-
good as people.
Doesn't
might
matter
think.
who plays.
Yeah.
And the next game is the on Sunday, November 28th. The Minnesota Vikings are playing the San Francisco 49ers at Levi's, scheduled for a 1:25 p.m. start. What are your thoughts about that game? Is it a win or a loss? And what's your score? And the other point is that how hopeful are you of Kirk Cousins as a quarterback?
I mean,
I'm not hopeful of Kirk Cousins
As a quarterback.
yeah. Yeah, there is some situation going on. Yes. So, not sure, but it should be interesting game. It should be interesting game.
So the other game is we have an away game Sunday, December 5th. The 49ers are gonna play the Seahawks at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Game is slated for a 5:20 p.m. start. Do you think it's gonna be a win or a loss? And what do you guys think the score is gonna look like?
I
think-
would say, yeah,
Okay,
Ryan,
more
you
of
go
it.
ahead first.
Oh, I think this is going to be a loss. It's
I
just-
was going to say at this time, so this is like probably our 11th game, 11th or 12th game. By this time, it will all depend on what is our form and record. Because let's say this is our 12th game. At this moment, let's say we are 7-4, or maybe 8-3. We will have the momentum, but if we are like 5-6 and having issues, I mean, we will have this quarterback controversy. People would be arguing over, okay, we should not have started Jimmy, back and forth, things like that. Then it's a definite loss, because I don't see a way that we can do it. But again, last year, the game was really close the last week. So again, I have a feeling that maybe we have a 10 or 20% chance, but still beating them in Seattle is a tough ask.
Hey, gentlemen, I got to get off. It was a pleasure being here tonight with you. I hope you have a wonderful evening.
Okay, thanks, Ryan. Maybe, yeah.
Take it easy, Shardal.
Bye.
Okay, Shadow. Yeah, we can finish the next 4 games, and probably we can
so
in the
the-
street.
So the next game is the 49ers are playing the Bengals at Paul Brown Stadium, Cincinnati, Ohio. Game is slated for a 1:00 p.m. start. What do you think is it going to be a win or a loss?
It's a win. It's a win.
And why do you say it's a win?
Because Bengals, for some reason, it seems like they are not getting the adequate support for Joe Burrow. So he's still bit struggling during the training camps as well. So More, I don't see, unless something really, really bad happens by that time of the season, we should be able to win that game. Even though it's a road game, it's a win.
Okay, so the next game is on Sunday, December 19th. The Atlanta Falcons are coming in to play the 49ers at Levi's, slated for a 1:05 p.m. start. Do you think that's going to be a win or a loss? And what do you think the score is going to turn out to be?
Yes, so last time we lost that game. 2019, we lost that game, one of the three games we lost, but this is a game that we can win. I'm Falcons. I'm not sure whether they will bounce back from last year. They lost Julio Jones, but they have Kyle Pitts, so still I think we can pull this off. Yes.
And the next game is on Thursday, December 23rd. The 49ers are playing the Tennessee Titans at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Do you think that's going to be a win or a loss? And what do you think the score is going to be?
I think this probably going to be a loss because they are a good team. We are playing away from home, but again, depending on the form going into that part of the, regular end of the season. Again, other factor would be we are getting our break by week in sixth week. So then it will be we are playing down the stretch. This is like the 10th week on the stretch, so there will be fatigue and everything. Not sure about the injuries, how it will play a part this year. So it will be a tough game. Most probably we're gonna end up losing.
So the next game is on Sunday, January 2nd, a year after New Year's Day. The Texans are going to be playing the 49ers at Levi Stadium, slated for a 1:05 p.m. start. Is that going to be a win or a loss? And what do you think the score is going to be like?
It's a win. It's definitely a win, probably by 2 scores. At least we should be able to win by 2 scores.
And the last game to wrap up the 2021 49ers schedule is the 49ers are going to be playing the LA Rams coming into SoFi Stadium. It's slated for a 1:25 p.m. start. What do you think? Do you think that's going to be a win or a loss? And what's your score prediction for that game?
I think yes. Depending on the situation, mm, again, most of the time there can be two situations. Both teams are already locked in for a playoff berth, or they are, trying to get fighting for a place in playoffs. So will be a tough game, but uh, I would say it's a 50-50. It's hard to predict. It's 50-50, but not a very high scoring game. I would say it should be under. I mean, combined score under 50. Yes.
And my other thing is that if Matthew Stafford potentially plays for that game, how do you think he's gonna do if for that game they decide to start Stafford and just get him out there, get him some experience playing in the last road game of the season.
I think Matthew Stafford, he is going to play, um, because other thing is he will have something to prove. He played 12 seasons for Detroit Lions. He didn't have any success in playoffs. Now he is coming here, and there's the thing now. Rams had a quarterback who they went to Super Bowl with Jared Goff, but still they decided, okay, it's not going to work. And it was obviously because Jared Goff played 4 seasons with Sean McVay. His starting record is like 42 and 20. First 2 seasons with Sean McVay, Jared Goff went 24/7. So he had 2 good years, then 2 bad years. Not bad years, but basically the other teams, they figured out how to defend Jared Goff, so his playing regressed over the time. But Matthew Stafford, it feels like now, what I believe the Rams fans think that Matthew Stafford is in the right place. He's
Um,
with Sean McVay, so
so was
he's here.
so was it a kind of a shock when they traded Matthew Stafford because he was on the Lions, but then like you said, the Lions were not really they didn't really feel that he's gonna be he's a good fit on the Lions. Was it kind of was it kind of unexpected feeling that when they traded him that he wasn't working in Detroit, now he's coming they trade him over to the Rams, and now they're seeing how well he's going to play for the Rams. I mean, I mean, was that kind of unexpected in your opinion when the
Not
Lions traded him
really.
to
I don't
to the
I
Rams?
mean,
Or it wasn't
not really.
unexpected. What's
Not
the
really.
word to what's the word to say it? I don't know that word. Trying to think of that word, but what's the thing word that you would say that, you know, because he had so much good he was so good on the Lions, right? Matthew Stafford, but
It depends the way you look at it, because you can say Matthew Stafford was unfortunate because he was on a bad team. And the other way around, because this is the question Jimmy Ward asked during the Grant's interview. So Jimmy Ward said basically, okay, Matthew Stafford had players. Matthew Stafford had Calvin Johnson. So why didn't he uh, do well over there? Just coming over to Rams, do you think he's going to do some magic with Sean McVay? Not sure, but what I believe is Sean McVay is already a very good coach. He knows what he's doing, and Matthew Stafford is definitely a better quarterback than Jared Goff. So
so
the
are you
combination will work.
so you're saying that did he come to the Rams because usually players when they are on older teams they want to come to a newer team so they can win a championship. Is that the reason why he came to LA? Because
I
Matthew Stafford wanted to come to a team where he could actually win a championship. He doesn't want to be on a team where he's there. They got eliminated, and then because to me, I feel like when a player comes to a new team, I feel that all the memories were on the old team. Like when they come to the new team, it's like it makes sense because they have to be accustomed to the new team, right? They have to like the fans have to be accustomed to them that player playing for the new team, right? So
But the thing
would you say
is,
that's true? That when a
uh,
player comes to a new team, then like the memories are gone, right? But
yeah, but
you still
still,
have to
think
focus
about
on
this.
what his, on the new team that how he's gonna do on that, new team
Yeah, but think
because you have
about it. Tom Brady played 20 seasons for Patriots. Then he joined Tampa Bay.
to.
Just within a single season, won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So it
So
depends on how good the player is. So if Matthew Stafford can do that, basically, not just in terms of his play, if he's the leader that he can be in the locker room,
so
then he can.
you do agree that when a player comes when sometimes when a player comes on a new team, sometimes they don't win a championship. They want to come to a team where they're going to be successful. They don't want to be on a team which sucks, and then they're just like upset that like I don't feel comfortable here. Like you can trade me or do something, but I don't want to be on this team. I'm not. There's no success here. Like I rather be on a team where I feel that I'll they respect me more.
Yes, all depends
Uh,
on Shadow, the player, his capability, his leadership, because that's what happened with Tampa Bay. Brady came in, he brought in a couple of players, Gronkowski, Antonio Brown. I mean, they are not at their peak of the careers, but still they were able to contribute. So
so
their
you do.
leadership,
So you do
everything.
agree with that fact that the memories do stay with the old team. You have memories, right? Like
But
with
yeah,
Brady, he was on New England, but he had memories on New England. but now when he comes to Tampa Bay, Rob Gronkowski you played for the Patriots, but I could see how Brady wanted to team with Gronkowski because I mean, is that true that teammates like friends want to be together? I mean, do you agree with that? That if you have a
It's
teammate that you used to play with and now
sometimes.
they're on the new team, you feel that there's a bond. There's a kind of a
Yes, yes.
bond between two
There is
players,
a
right?
bond, but
Because
at the same
Tom
time,
Brady
if
and Gronkowski were
I know
friends on New England, and now they're good friends on Tampa Bay, right? They work together. They're
yes,
friends.
that's part of true, and but the other thing is these
Yeah,
players professional. They know what to do. Because if you take it, sometimes even like the a very good player can get traded away. So that's how it happens nowadays. So I don't think they
and
worry
when
about that
players
too
get
much.
traded, what do they how do they because I know when a player gets traded, I know it's an uncomfortable situation to be in because that player no longer plays for your team anymore. Now you have to now even like now then your jersey, like for example, if Jimmy G gets traded, my jersey is gonna become vintage. It's not. It's gonna be a. It's gonna be worth something, but it's gonna be a vintage jersey. You know, like it won't have any meaning. I mean, like for me, even if he goes, I was the jersey's still gonna have value. You know, is that true? Like when a player leaves and you have a jersey of the player that got traded, does that jersey still have meaning even if that player no longer plays for your team? Does that jersey still have
Yes,
a little bit
I,
of meaning to you? Like it's close to you even if he got traded. Does that
I
jersey
think yes,
still have you still cherish it even if he's not no longer playing for the team?
yes. I think yes
Does
because I don't think New England fans look at Tom Brady as an enemy or anything
yeah?
because he
Don't they
brought
look?
so much. He brought so much to that
So even
organization.
even the Buccaneers fans will look at Brady as a hero, like somewhat of a good guy. Like they won't
Yeah, I
have
mean
hurtful
everyone all the
feelings
league knows what Brady can
against.
do. I
Yeah,
mean, there can be situations, but I think end
yeah.
of the day, he brought so much for Patriots, so the
It's
fans would
so
still have some connection to
it's kind
with
of
him.
similar to Steph Curry, because in Oakland people love Steph Curry.
Actually, I can't
People
comment
in
on that shadow because I don't have a basketball knowledge. My
no,
basketball knowledge is
but
pretty zero.
I don't know how to do it, but I'm trying to compare when because I know you don't know about basketball, but I'm just saying like when a player plays for an old team and then I'm kind of relating to football. I know you're not a basketball fan, but I'm trying to relate to football like when an old player plays for an old team and then they still have memories and when he comes to a new thing, I mean, I know you're not that, but uh, do you agree that it's just
Yes, I do
f-
agree. Yes,
like
that's true. Yeah.
when like because he used to play in Oakland in Oracle Arena and everybody loved him there in Oakland.
Yes,
And
I
then
can
when he came to
understand
San
that.
Francisco, people still like him because
Yes,
no
that's
matter
true.
where
He's
he
a
moves,
superstar. Yes.
they love him. So I'm trying to compare that to the Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Patriots reference you were making, where
Yeah.
if he plays for the Patriots, they like him in Patriots. Then when he moves to Buccaneers, still like him in Buccaneers.
Yes. Yes, I
Yeah,
believe. Yeah.
I'm comparing the because you were saying so, so I was just I was just adding something to your what
Yeah.
you were saying.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
will just
Okay. Shadow, I think I have to
yeah
drop now.
yeah, but it was really nice
It
for
was,
you to come on to it and just
yes.
talk about a
Yes.
49er football and everything. But I hope you have a great one.
Okay. Okay.
Hope
Thanks a lot, Shadow.
it was because I really because I never was able to get you on, so I'm happy that I was able to get you on
Yes,
this
this was
time.
the first time we were talking, and
Yeah, it's really nice
it was
talking to
great.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes.
love you on the phone, by the way.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Have a good night, Shadow.
have a good
Okay.
night. Bye.